Okay, so I had it in my mind. I would do a video, tell you guys about Klarna, my first experience using it, why I decided to test out for you guys how easy it is, if you're responsible, I think it's a great tool. I even planned to show you how I was gonna style these awesome distressed denim pants from MNML. But I don't know if it was just like my thighs from working out that decided to play the joke on me, or MNML decided to play the joke on me, but let me just tell you, these don't fit. It ain't happening.
I surround my soul with the positivity. That's why I don't worry about the things that I don't see. Yeah. These days I don't worry about much. I think we should have some more fun. I still dream about the days when we were young. I'll take a hit and still finish and one.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl TJ back with another video, Talks with TJ, aka TJ2 Swoosh Chains, and I still don't have any because listen, when you are busy and you had to work all day and you still need to make sure you get a video done, you will just film it. It is what it is, okay? So hey, what's up? How you doing? Like what you see, subscribe, hit the like button, all the good stuff, all the good things. All right, so let's just break it down, okay? Because I think I did a video before, and it was only because people were inquiring about the fact, hey, have you ever used Afterpay, Affirm? And I remember that was something that was being discussed actually among sneaker YouTubers last year, maybe. But it wasn't something that I had ever used, and I still don't think it was something I would ever plan to use. Now, understand that it can actually, to my knowledge, affect some part of your credit, and I'm usually not all for that right now. In terms of being smart with your credit, there are really good ways to build it, such as using a credit card very responsibly, okay? Never charging what you don't actually have or what you can't actually just pay in cash, truthfully, at that moment. That's just kind of smart to me, because you don't ever want that interest to accrue on the card. You're then paying more than the value of the item or the experience that you already pretty much had. So I'm just not the biggest fit. Don't use your credit card irresponsibly, okay? If you are making timely, on-time payments for a vehicle you have a loan on and it's reasonable in relation to your income every single month, your take-home pay, then fine, great way to continue to build credit. But I wanted to test out Klarna. Now, I have friends that kind of said, hey, did you know that MNML provides the option of Klarna to pay? And I was like, absolutely not. Don't even know what that is. And then actually we got updated for Kids Foot Locker that, hey, Klarna is now a form of payment that Foot Locker will accept. So I was like, well, even though I'm not a manager anymore, I should probably understand how that works, just in case there is inquiry about it. And I don't know, I was just kind of curious. So the way it works, let me just break that down and I'll tell you the debacle about the pants because I'm sad. I had to get myself a consolation, item, but I'm still sad. So in terms of Klarna, so it is a way for you to purchase an item and then make 4 broken down payments every 2 weeks, or whatever the total cost of the item was. So just divide it by 4, and that's what you pay every 2 weeks. It's automatically taken off your card like an automatic payment, and you're done. There's no interest, there's no nothing. Now, I've spoken about sinking funds before, and the concept of a sinking fund is you have a goal in mind, you have an item, an experience, something that you want, and you know what the cost will be, either the firm cost or an estimated cost, right? I'm doing this with sneakers right now. I know what the cost will be for the Air Jordan 13, the Hyper Royal, and the black pair that's coming out, and then the Air Max 90 infrared, and then also the Air Jordan 1 Top 3 2.0. I have an idea, right? 130, 130, 140. I have an idea of what those will cost. So I have a sinking fund right now. $75 every single month should pay for the retail cost of each of those shoes. If in any event I'm able to get those shoes on discount via work, then awesome. That's money that I could then put towards something else. I don't know, an experience around Christmas time if we're allowed outside. So that's what a sinking fund is. It's a great way for you to build up responsibly to whatever you would like to pay for, especially maybe you're somebody that doesn't want to pay the interest if you have a credit card, okay? Maybe you're doing multiple things at once. I think a sinking fund is awesome because we're not always able to focus on just one thing to put money aside for at one given time. You may have a lot of things going on, right? I have things behind the scenes that I'm paying for, and thankfully they'll be off kind of, I would say, like my payroll, my docket, my budget very soon, but I have things behind the scenes I have to pay for, and then I still have student loan debt that I'm making sure I pay off, and I have a car note, and that'll be paid off pretty soon when it comes to 2021. So there are always things going on, right? We're planning for life. So that's why sinking fund is good. I think it allows you to break it up. So Klarna, I think, is a really good way that you could also utilize it in terms of a payment option. Just still be responsible, okay? So there are two different ways that you can actually use I'm gonna say use Klarna as a payment option, okay? One will be on the actual retailer's website. So it's already there. The option is there when you're checking out. Instead of using like PayPal or your credit card, instead you would just use, you click like Klarna as a payment option. It's very, very easy. And as soon as you were to click on that, it'll take you to the Klarna page and you need to just create a login. And it says, hey, so here's the purchase from said retailer. Here's your total cost. And they will show it broken down to 4 payments. And they actually show like a little timeline where you have like payment 1 is going to be due on the day that you actually make the purchase. So let's just say it was today. It'll be due the day you make the purchase. Payment 2 is going to be 2 weeks. Payment 3 is going to be in 4 weeks, and then the final payment will be in 6 weeks from the date that you purchase, and all of the payments will be the exact same cost. Again, it's whatever the cost is divided by 4. Boom. And once you hit yes, I would like to do that, you put your credit card information in. Be aware of this. They don't let you use what they consider a prepaid card. So I actually tried to experiment and use a privacy.com card because, you know, they create cards for you, and it wouldn't allow me to do that because I think it almost sees Klarna as kind of a one-time payment card in a way. So it wouldn't let me do that, but that was fine. Okay, just link your credit card, debit card, whatever. And you are funneled, you're pretty much sent back to your retailer site to finish checking out and you're done. And the item is sent to you and you have the item in hand prior to the actual payments. And this is the smart thing to do. Look at your budget, okay, because you should have one. Look at your budget. And every 2 weeks, just plan for that money to be taken out, right? If you purchase something that was $100 and it's going to be $25 every 2 weeks, 2 weeks time, $25. 2 weeks time, $25. Budget it in like you would anything else. Budget it in like you should gas or groceries and you'll be fine. The other way in which you can use Klarna is actually downloading the Klarna app, which I have, and then you set up a profile, you have a 4-digit PIN, and then they show you a list of retailers that will accept Klarna as a payment. Yes, Nike.com is one of them. So that is the other site that I tested this out on. And what happens is you start to shop in Klarna in the actual retailer's website and you put items in your cart that you would like and you go ahead and you check out and it actually creates. So this is why I don't think you can use privacy.com. Klarna actually creates a one-time card essentially that they feel like is used to check out for that retailer, but it's based on, of course, your debit or credit card information that you put in, and then it's like a ghost one that is created. They actually do call it like a ghost card that is created, and that's what was used on Nike for an item that I purchased. So all of it's super simple on Klarna. They show you the different retailers that maybe you've paid for and the actual payments that are set to be due and when they will happen. Now, the Klarna experience for purchasing, great. No problem. Loved it. I think it's a good option for you, especially if you have items that tend to sell out a lot, right? Like, I mean, I would never say, hey, bet your whole wardrobe on fast fashion, but fast fashion does have its place, kind of, okay? Now, there are tiers to fast fashion. Let Richie Lee tell it. So you have H&M, that's like, they consider the lowest fast fashion. And then you have minimal, and then you might have like Zara, let's put it that way. So minimal, I'm a fan of it. They have a lot of great items if you want a certain aesthetic and you do not want to pay a really high price. I think minimal is a great option. I'm a fan of it. However, I've been let down and I don't know who to blame, okay? So I wanted some super distressed, relaxed fitting for that baggier look that I've done in some of the videos in which I style clothes. That's what I wanted. I thought these looked awesome, okay? They have the rip here. They have the rip here, okay? I was excited. Do you know what happened when I went to try these on today, which is actually the day that I'm filming this? Do you know what happened? Not even 2 inches past my lower thigh. Not the mid thigh, not the upper thigh, lower thigh. Wouldn't even go past it. No give, no nothing. People are like, jump up and down. Yeah, listen, me and Beyonce were going through problems, okay? There was no way in hell that I was gonna be able to jump up and down to get these pants on. It just wasn't happening. So let's be clear, okay? My waist is a 25.5 when I'm just eating as I do, right? If I were to actually stay a little bit more focused on cleaner eating, it would drop down to a 25 in no time. These are 29, and there is just not happening. It's not happening, fam. I'm sorry, it's not happening. No joke. 29, not happening. So I'm in the process of returning these to Minimal. So I have to print off my return ship label, stick these in the mailbox, and return them. Now, what do you know? All the other styles that I really loved, not available. I'm going like a 32 because I cannot take the disappointment again if I get a 30 or a 31 and my legs still can't get in, or if they do, it's like if I sneeze hard, it's gonna be uncomfortable. So I want a relaxed, baggier fit, which means I went with the 32, but all of the distressed lighter denim or blue were gone, so I went with a distressed black pair. So those will arrive soon because Minimal has amazing shipping, great shipping. When you do a return, okay, so remember I paid through Klarna, so technically I have the item already and the item is actually fully paid for yet. So the way Klarna works, you can go in and you select like, hey, I want to return an item. You pick the item or the purchase in which you're going to start a return on, and they will actually pause your payment. So they'll pause the next payment until the return is processed with the retailer. So when it's processed with Minimal, all of those will pretty much be wiped out, and I'm pretty sure they're probably just going to end up returning the very first payment they took out that day because I no longer have the item. I've returned the item, and then I'll have the black ones, and so I did the same thing. So essentially the payments are really the same. But that's just my experience with Klarna so far. So great option. Yes, you can use it if you're choosing to shop, I believe, on any of the Foot Locker umbrella sites. So Foot Locker, Kids Foot Locker, Champs, Foot Action, East Bay. All right. So if you've used Klarna, let me know your experience. Is it good? Is it bad? I think it's great if you're trying to go after an item or items in a cart that sell out pretty fast. Items on Minimal will sell out really fast, like the everyday sweatshorts and the crews and the hoodies. Just some staple pieces you can have in your wardrobe. The denim sells out so fast, and I'm gonna have to go back. There are other pairs I still want. 32 works, guys. You'll see me in other denim from there, and if it doesn't, whatever, I'm not gonna be happy. But thank you so much for watching this video. As always, act your age, not your shoe size. Subscribe, like the video. Peace out.